Tennessee Tech head coach Bobby Wilder, the team coming off a loss against FBS Kentucky, still undefeated against FCS competition this year. They're hosting UT Martin. The win is an outright OVC Big South Championship. Coach, thoughts about your team, and then we'll go to some questions.
Disappointed getting the loss that ended a 15-game winning streak, ended being 10-0. This year was against an SEC team, Kentucky. I have tremendous respect for Mark Stoops, how he runs his program. Their kids are well coached. They play good football. We were going to need some help in this game to pull off the win, and they didn't give us any help. They didn't turn the ball over. They only had three penalties. We tried to force them into being patient on offense, not allowing anything down the field, and they stayed patient. They didn't force things down the field. Their freshman quarterback played his best game of the year, made good decisions, made good choices with the ball. Our defense played extremely well. We forced them into three drives over 10 plays. We just couldn't get that one big play to get them off the field or get that turnover or sack. Offensively, Keikoa played really well. Our offensive line played excellent. We only gave up one sack in the game, and that was a coverage sack by Kentucky. We had one turnover. We were good with penalties. And when you play a game like that, against a P4 team, you need a lot of things to go right. And going into this game, Kyle, the FCS was 0-62 against the P4, getting outscored 50-9. The FCS was 0-11 against the SEC, getting outscored 50-6. That's how big the gap is now, the challenge of that. Overall, I love the way we played. I love the way we competed in this game. We felt like we raised our standard of effort and competition within a football game, and now it's time to get on to Tennessee Martin and playing for the automatic bid.
There's so much to unpack. Outright championship on the line, AQ, playoff seeding, Sergeant York Trophy. I don't know where to start, but just thoughts about everything that, a win in this game would do for your team.
Yeah, you just said a lot. There's a lot to think about. The Sergeant York Trophy, which we won last year. President Oldham proudly has displayed in his office, and deservedly so for his commitment to the program. There's so much tradition around that, and Sergeant York and his accomplishments as a soldier representing the United States military. The conference championship, we have the opportunity to win that outright in this game. Martin's done a phenomenal job winning their last five games. Very impressive, and that makes this for the automatic qualifier, as you mentioned, and having the opportunity to get that automatic qualifier, having that opportunity to play for seeding this week for us with a win. These are the games that you want to be involved with on November 22nd. As I said to everybody in our organization, competitive people want to be involved with competitive situations. These are the games that you want to play in, and it's going to be really exciting on Saturday at noontime here in Cookeville.
And it doesn't always come down, these games may happen during the season, but it doesn't always come down to the final week of the season, right? I guess that sort of adds to that speciality of it's the last regular season game.
Yeah, you're right, Kyle. And to your point, there's four conference games this weekend, and the league happened to put together the best matchups they could in terms of who they thought might play for the championship. And we were preseason one. Martin was preseason two. They were one vote behind us, and here you go. We're 7-0. They're 6-1. This game is for the conference championship, which is also exciting from the standpoint, Kyle, for the league. It puts the OVC in the spotlight this weekend nationally. There's three or four games nationally. There's Montana State for the conference championship. There's Lehigh Lafayette for the conference championship. There's Harvard Yale for the conference championship. And I may be missing a game, but I'm pretty sure we're one of four that'll be spotlight games, because the final game is coming down to the two teams participating that are playing for the automatic bid. And that's what makes it exciting. That's what makes FCS football exciting, earning that automatic qualifier to get into the 24 team tournament. And then in our case, not only earning that qualifier, but the possibility to earn a top eight seed and a first round bye.
What's the most important thing that your team needs to do to match up with this UT Martin team?
Yeah, this game we played it last year. This was God the most fun game that I got to coach in last year. Just speaking strictly from a head coach, it was like a backyard brawl. It was a 10-9 game, and there was so much strategy involved with it. We had to take a safety at the end to make it what was a 10-7 game, a 10-9, and then punt for field position and hang on. There's a lot of strategy involved with this game. Both teams have really good scheme. I look at what Martin does, special teams, defense, offense. They're sound. They have good scheme. They coach really well. I have as much respect for Jason Simpson as any coach in America for what he's done at Martin. He's won or tied the last four league championships, and it starts with him. It starts with the type of program he runs, who they recruit, how they coach. So we've got good scheme, we've got good players, we've got good coaches. So that makes an exciting matchup. You're trying to figure each other out in the first quarter. What are they doing different? What are we doing different? And then in games like this, it always comes down to field position and turnovers. Always happens that way. Who's gonna hold on to the ball or take it away? Who's gonna gain field position through special teams? Those are key factors in championship matchups like this. But I'm just really excited that this has got the opportunity to just be a classic football game on Saturday with two teams that want that automatic qualifier.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time, not just this morning, but all season long, and best of luck Saturday. And we'll talk to you before whenever your first playoff game is.
Yeah, thank you, Kyle. Appreciate it.